It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams. It's the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions.
Please welcome Dan Campbell and your defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Fielded at the 7. And he starts on the run back at the 27. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And bringing them out, one of two quarterbacks taken in the first round of this year's draft. Out of Ole Miss, it's Jackson Dart.
One of the really cool things about Jackson Dart's career, both high school and college, is every step of the way he just kept getting better. And that's what the great pros do. Joe Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, they never rest on their laurels. They're constantly striving to be excellent. That's exactly what Jackson Dart did collegiately and what he'll have to do professionally.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Caught by Theo Johnson. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
25 yards on the play. And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a pickup of 11. And the Giants will have a first down.
It's a gain of 11.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
On play action with Dart. Throw left side, finds Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Dart. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
3rd down now. Here's Dart. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A good pass from the rookie out of Ole Miss, and it gets him a first.
Yards. That's another Giants first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A first chance inside the red zone now for the Giants. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Giants first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They go right back to Tracy. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Now try again with Tracy. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
On 3rd and goal, it's Dart. And they get to him again! And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. It's from 35 yards away. The kick by Gano is good. Our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
If they can keep moving that ball the way they did on the opening drive, he's going to be called upon, I gotta guess, Kate, for more than just field goals. Probably some extra points, too.
Gano ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
The legend of this guy just grows year by year in the Motor City. The best individual season of his career, leading these Lions to a franchise record 15 wins. Now they just got to get to the ultimate goal, the Super Bowl.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Motioning Williams left. Goff on 1st and 10. Taken in by Williams outright. 4th pickup to their own 31. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They send the tight end in motion. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throw here, 3rd down. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. It's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Start on the ground here. Tracy. Still working past the 40. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. 35 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
And the Giants first down. It's a gain of 35. And the Giants first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Now go play action. Here's Dart. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Avonte Maddox comes up with it. And the Lions take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. They go play action with Goff. Big strike here to Williams. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out.
A gain of 24 yards.
Give him 24 on that play.
That's good.
And that'll be first down, Detroit.
First down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw to force something. It brings up second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On second and 10, Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that gives the Lions the first.
First and 10.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Lions looking at their first red zone opportunity. They've got first and 10 from the 20. Gibbs now from the gun. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
16-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Goff to the air now. That's him on the quick hitter. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
14 yards. That's another
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal. Gibbs can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Rush coming for Goff. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And it looks like the Giants got to that one.
That is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You put in so much work to get down near the goal line, and then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
The Giants about to get to work on offense. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And this defense bringing the hammer down, driving him backwards through the 9. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this 3rd down. They put a receiver in motion here left. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
A loss of 3 yards.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
Jamie Gillen in punt formation for the Giants.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at a punt, though, facing 4th down. And he gets it away from his end zone. Fair catch is made, a yard or 2 short of midfield. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Another one for Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
A 2-yard pickup.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Goff on 3rd. It's on target to Williams. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions take a 4-point lead.
7, Giants 3.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. New York to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Now Dart. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. But he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Darts out of the shotgun. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, heads-up play from the Giants there. They get to the loose ball and make the recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
They dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. A couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They've got 1st down from the 31. Running it with David Montgomery. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5, third down coming up.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Trying to sneak here, Goff. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up.
So many options on 3rd and 1. That playbook wide open. And when you call a QB sneak, the last thing you want is to see that play go backwards.
The Giants using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. Motioning the tight end left. Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
It's a turnover.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
First down, ball at the 36. Throwing off the play fake. Taken in by Bellinger. They'll take this ahead to the 34-yard line. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
2 yards on the pickup.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Man in motion here. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? To the air on 3rd and long. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Pitch dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. Does force a 4th down.
He was covered by
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Lions offense returning to the field. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Goff off the play action. Hits him on the end route. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there set of downs.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Finds him over the middle.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches. Goff back to throw. That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10.
17 yards.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. Goff tosses that quickly out wide. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Lions, with only a yard to go here on 3rd down. Running for the marker, it's Gibbs. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Gibbs is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So this solid first half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And Lions grow their lead to 8.
Lions 14, Giants 6.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. Finds the in route, complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. He'll try and run this. And he slides down. We'll see what the business is with this penalty flag. This could be coming back. So they'll decline this and take the result. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's got it. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Catch made over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, New York.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Dart gonna throw again. Catch is made, it's Jalen Hyatt. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Gano is good. And that gets them back within 5.
Makes the score.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Return starts from the goal line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our 1st half. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our 3rd quarter. Gano ready to send this away.
New York.
Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they really lean on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Finds Isaac to Sloan. Complete. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
That's good for a Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. On the draw, this is Gibbs. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, gone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Giants with an extra DB out there now. 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. He's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
An 8-yard gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Lions readying for the punt. Jack Fox will kick it away. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. Now here comes the New York offense. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Handoff to Tracy. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, here's Dart. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Going on 1st down, it's Dart. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
That's going to throw again here on 2nd and 10. We've got a screen to the running back. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Lions get ready to return to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive begins with Gibbs. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 5.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Again, it's Gibbs. Shoots away from 1. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Catch made. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
First down throw from Goff. Dumps it off to his running back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches. From the gun, Goff. Hits his running back. And they have this run to the red zone now at the 15. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
The 15-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Caught near the goal line. close game. They needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions push the lead up to 12.
21. Giants 9.
Has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Escapes the defender. This makes it up to the 25. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. New York to the line. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's Tracy once more. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
He takes it himself. Oh, he lost the football. Oh, heads-up play from the Giants there. They get to the loose ball and make the recovery. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
Not the big play they were hoping for when the call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got them some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I've got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Punting unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Goff off the play action. Able to find Wright. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
To Brock Wright. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 28-yard line.
3 quarters in the books from this one. The Lions have fought their way to a strong lead in this one, and they've got the football too. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Screen here for Gibbs. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Pass is brought in by Laporta. He is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a pickup of 11, and that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. Jump off, caught by his back. And this one does not go far.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Has it in close. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Goff there on 3rd down. That's complete to Sloan. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 3-score game in the 4th. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Bates now for the point after.
Extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions go up by 19.
Lions 28, Giants 9.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Dart out of the shotgun. This one to Slayton, left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Case. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, here's Dart. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Dart setting in to throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
8. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 3rd and long for him here. Sends this to the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's got it, complete to Collins. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Dart gonna throw again. Setting up the running back screen. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
2nd down now, they need 7. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, can sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
7-yard gain.
you know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know, if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working now from the gun. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Darts looking to throw. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Pass cut by Tracy. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. He's got it to his running back. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
1st down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Giants hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Darts back to throw. He's in trouble and gets blocked out again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Hey, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Throwing for the back of the end zone. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. crosses that quickly out wide. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Lions first down. 1st and 10.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's
line.
best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. See this in every sport, Brock. You come in as a big favorite. You want to make a statement, right? Get a convincing victory, and they were able to achieve that one here.
Yeah, especially at home. It just means a little bit more when you protect your own turf in any sport, but especially in the NFL, where you get, what, about 8 or 9 of these, maybe more if you get home playoff games. Playing this way, they set themselves up for future playoff opportunities.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.